Just about set for football now here at Lumen Field in Seattle. Tonight, a good one in the NFC. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Seattle Seahawks. Mike Tirico, alongside Greg Olsen and Jason Myers, has us set to get started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. They are led out by their quarterback, Dak Prescott.
And we all know how talented this guy is, Mike, right? From the physical sense, that's obvious. But what really separates him, and it really came through when we had a chance to talk to him this week, is really his ability to operate from the neck up. His processing speed, his decision-making. It seems like he's always one step ahead of the defense, and when he's on, he's proven to be really hard to beat.
And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. They'll get 11 there, and that's a quick first down.
Oftentimes in the NFL, Mike, blitzing a good quarterback can kind of be feast or famine, because what you do is you actually speed up their process of identifying the open target. So in this case, it's an underneath safety outlet, but the reason he went there so fast is because he was triggered to that target from the blitz.
And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line. A couple of big plays to start this drive. How about 17 on this one?
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it. So think back to earlier in the week, Mike, and they told us they want to get him going here early and often. So I expect plenty of passes to head his way as this game unfolds.
2nd and inches. On the ground, this is Williams. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of 13. First down, Cowboys.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Seahawks 16-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. A shotgun snap for Prescott. He'll tuck it and take off. And he'll take this one in. Dak Prescott. Touchdown, Dallas. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Makes the score Cowboys 7, Seahawks 0.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Shaheed now to return it. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Here comes the Seattle offense to take over for the first time. They're led out by the number 3 overall pick back in the 2018 draft. Out of USC, it's Sam Darnold.
Sometimes we can make NFL football so complicated, Mike. There's different schemes, the personnel, different approaches to how to play the game. But when it all comes down to it, the best teams in the league, they simply just find a way to win. It might look different week in and week out. It might take 40 passes or it might take 40 runs. It could be a shootout or a slugfest. It doesn't matter. They are comfortable operating in all situations, and man, all you got to do, like Al Davis said, just win, baby.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 2. Off the play fake. Here's Darnold. Open, left side is Barnum. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
It'll be Smith and Jigba bringing it in. And he will score. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. Touchdown, Seattle. Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Seahawks come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Cavante Turpin on the return. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready now for their second drive. They'll begin with 1st and 10. On the play fake, Dak. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down. And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Dak. There's a short one that's caught by Ferguson. So he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
That's made by Pickens, and he looks to be a bit short of the line, and that is going to bring up 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready to take over for their second possession. They'll start out first down and 10. Off the bootleg, here's Darnold. Shaheed with the catch, and he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. 18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a first down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. It's a gain of 12 there. First down, Seattle.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
They send the tight end in motion. Dump this off to Charbonnet, complete. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. 12 was nice last time, so they did it again. Another 12-yard pickup and another first down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his...
And he's into the end zone. Elijah Arroyo. Touchdown, Seahawks.
He's lined up one-on-one, and it's a mismatch from the very beginning. He's just so fast, so big. He's kind of part tight end, part wide receiver, and when you have that type of skill set, it's just going to be hard to stop.
Myers now to add the PAT. He's got it. And the Seahawks will move out to a 14-7 lead.
14, Cowboys 7.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. On the return, here's Turpin. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
A first down throw for Prescott. He'll get this out quickly to Lamb. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. 17 yards. So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Seahawks with the early lead. Greg and I back in the Great Northwest in a moment. On to the second quarter. Cowboys possess the football as they've got it with first and 10. On play action, here's Dak. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. A gain there of 27 yards.
One of the things that makes him one of the best receivers in the NFL, Mike, is his ability to create separation downfield. He makes it so easy for his quarterback to not only find him, but to constantly create a nice throwing window like he did right there. Great job here by this linebacker, Mike. There was no reading and reacting. From the snap, he was attacking. Meets the ball carrier right at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. Got a man over the middle. It's Pickens. He's taken down just shy of the 10. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Cowboys first down. A gain of 18 on the play.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 10-yard line.
Second down, Prescott. This one caught at the 4. And he's in. Jake Ferguson. Touchdown, Cowboys. Now Aubrey for the extra point. The kick is good. Cowboys will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. Shaheed now to return it. Whoa! And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Well, Seahawks offense and Sam Darnold heading back on the field. They've been able to move the ball with relative ease. Their first couple of possessions, both ending in touchdowns, but still they find themselves tied as they start with the ball again here on first down. They'll go play action with Darnold. Over the middle, Smith and Jigba with the grab. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards.
That one good for a dozen and a very quick first down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
They'll run it for the first time. Here comes Zach Charbonnet. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. DeMarvion Overshown there on the tackle.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes Michael Dixon to punt. Cavante Turpin to return for the Cowboys. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to take over possession of the football. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10. Prescott. That is caught downfield by Pickens. An even 20 yards. Impressive start to this drive.
And the Cowboys.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes. We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Prescott. That's complete to Devontae Turpin. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. We're back to Seattle after this. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll throw again. Dak. He's got his tight end. That's Ferguson. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
Really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize how many yards do I need to get for the first down, and just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert.
Right back to Ferguson, who's got another one. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. A huge play for Dallas. 35 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
That's right side. He's got Ferguson.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. To the air again. Prescott. He'll step up and run, and he will get into the end zone. Dak Prescott. Touchdown, Dallas. And that is now a pair of rushing touchdowns. The quarterback giving it to them, Greg, with his legs in this one.
And we're starting to see, Mike, why this week this coaching staff told us they're encouraging this guy to do this more often. His ability to be a passer, but also a rusher, is an element to this offense that is hard for defenses to account for.
Makes the score Cowboys 21, Seahawks 14.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Shaheed now to return it. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Jackson Smith and Jigba ready to get back to work. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender at him, maybe. Look at what he's done. Whatever the defense has tried in the first half, it hasn't worked. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. To throw is Darnold. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Off the play fake. Here's Darnold. The throw on the run is complete. And he is out of bounds at the 45. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
I love this call, Mike. Defense is thinking run here. It's 2nd and short, so they go with play action. Leads to an easy first down. Really well done.
To throw on first down is Darnold. Timeout Seahawks. That is their 2nd. And the stoppage comes with 23 seconds left on the first half clock.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 49-yard line.
Here's Darnold again. Now he'll just pitch this one out there. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. Now Seattle will use the final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half. Now a 3rd and 2. Darnold to throw again.
Sam Darnold scrambles from the pocket. He was tackled at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 4th down and...
So we've hit half here out west, and we'll send it back east to Scott Hansen, who has our EA Sports halftime report. Okay, and instead, why don't we get right back to it as we'll get ready for the 3rd quarter. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Seahawks offense looking to get back to work as we begin this 3rd quarter. They're searching here for the tying score, down 21-14, and they'll begin 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. His pass taken in by Shaheed. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out. Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Off the play fake, it's Darnold. Forced out left, carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And the Cowboys are going to come away with the football.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
The Cowboys offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They'll have a short field looking to build on the lead. first down, it is Williams. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. They'll go again here with Williams. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. Rodney Thomas, the safety, stops him there.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Prescott now. Open man, right side. He's got it. 20-yard pickup there. That's good for a Dallas first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A first down.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
On the give, it's Williams. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
3rd and short. Prescott. That one taken in. Devontae Turpin. Touchdown, Cowboys.
So when you find yourself this tight to the goal line, Mike, the offense becomes a lot more restricted in as far as how deep you can throw the ball. The field is wider than it is long, and I think the idea here is let's spread them out. Let's put all of our eligibles out there and let the quarterback get a really good picture. Where are the holes in the coverage? Where are the one-on-one matchups that I like? And let's put this ball in the quarterback's hand, let him make a good decision, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Corey Horton now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. Starting this drive on the ground, here comes Charbonnet. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Charbonnet the back, and he goes straight ahead. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. good run after a good run. This one for 14 yards and another first down.
Doesn't matter the level of football, Mike. If they can't stop it, keep running it until they can. And I think that's what we're seeing here on this drive. Back-to-back explosive gains on the ground. Got to imagine at some point the defense gives it a different look.
Again, they'll give it to Charbonnet. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 48-yard line.
From a couple yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. To the middle, it's Cup. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. They get an even 20 on that one. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it. That chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
So, from the 26-yard line, here is 2nd down and 7. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this third quarter.
Oftentimes, it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. You start overthinking it, you start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away.
Throwing on 3rd down is Darnold. Shaheed with the catch. And he's going to have a first down as he's taken down on what is the final play of this third quarter. Now, Darnold. He's going to keep it himself.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Here's 2nd and 2. Off the bootleg. Here's Darnold. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. Touchdown, Seattle. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Myers, good on the extra point. And the Seahawks are back to within 7. It's 28-21. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. Here's Smith to return it. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Here's Dak Prescott and the Cowboy offense set to go again. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. going to throw it here on first down. He'll drop this down to Williams. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 8. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Right back to Williams. They connect again. They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down, Cowboys.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Now a toss, left side, it's Williams. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
This one is caught by Turpin. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up 4th down. Cowboys special teams unit heads out for the punt as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Seahawks offense ready to get back to work. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Darnold. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Throwing on 2nd down. Darnold. And this yields nothing. He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
A pickup of 15 in the air. 1st down, Seattle.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. That's another 1st down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18. Darnold to the air once more. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and He takes him down for a negative play.
To throw again is Darnold. A dive and a catch. Incredible. It's a gain of 19 in the air. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
And that's what you call being fearless, going over the middle. That's not everybody's cup of tea in this league, Mike. Some guys love to operate outside the numbers, and some guys understand their role is in the middle of the field, and not only to make that catch, but to do it laying out. It's a big-time play to secure that one.
That is a gain of 15, and now it's first and goal. Here is first and goal.
At the 8-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. Get that one to Charbonnet, complete. And good yardage there after the catch to wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now...
Oh, and the pressure there. He can't get a throwaway, and he's taken down.
The entire idea of the bootleg is to move your quarterback off of his normal spot, buy some extra time for your offensive line, and alleviate some of the pressure on the protection. But in this case, it seemed to me like the quarterback panicked a little bit. He went into survival mode and ended up leading to a massive loss.
2 plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on third and goal. Darnold now to throw. Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down.
And it's a big-time sack by the defense, but Mike, you just can't take these sacks if you're the quarterback. End-of-game situations, you're trying to make something happen and come from behind. You have to understand throwaways. I don't care if you have to put the ball in harm's way. You have to take a little bit more chances here. These negative sacks, they cost time, they cost yardage, and they really make this even a more difficult hole to climb out of.
And this is not going to do it. The defense comes through here in the final minute, and it may just be enough to get them a victory.
What a stand there. 4th and goal, game on the line. It looks like this offense is putting together a game-winning drive, and the defense comes out with the stop of the day.
So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. And this game is not a done deal just yet. Still have 3 timeouts for the defense now. If there's one first down, it seals the deal. But there is still a chance for the defense to get the ball back.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 10-yard line.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. They run over center with Williams. And he'll be taken down. We'll see if they want to use that final timeout or not, but things are pretty much spoken for.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Williams gets it on the draw. And it looks like he's got enough for the first down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains.
And the Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. To a knee goes Prescott. And that should do it. So it's a win here for the visiting Cowboys. They're able to get the job done in front of a hostile crowd as they